Hey everybody, Emma here, also known as 8vinyllow, bringing you all another video. Today's video is going to be a long overdue vinyl haul, vinyl finds video. It has been a while since I've done one of these, and I have records here that I do not think I have shown on this channel since I picked them up back in like late August, early September. So like I said, definitely long overdue, but I did want to hop on here. I had some extra time today, wanted to hop on here and film this and just kind of update all of you on what I have picked up over the last handful of months. Before we get into that, I want to start off with some VCLT that I've received from a couple of my friends here in the vinyl community. The first package that I received was from DJ Trish. This was a couple weeks ago, but I did want to share this this very generous gift in this video. So we all know DJ Trish here in the VC, and I'm sure a handful of you received her Christmas 2022 mixtape. So she did send that mixtape to me as well, which is awesome. I'm gonna put it with the other Christmas mixtapes that she has made. But she sent the Christmas 2022. She sent a very, very kind and thoughtful card, as well as something that I thought was really, really unique and cool. She sent another mixtape called Let the Rhythm Lead, and it has a bunch of different songs and artists on here that I'm just not familiar with. So I am very, very excited to get into this and listen to this and see what she put together. She always does a really awesome job with this. So again, wanted to take time to hop on here and show this off and say thank you, Trish, for sending this my way. These tapes are always greatly appreciated, so thank you. Another VCLT package that I wanted to share with you all came from Billy Hurst, of course, our friend Billy over at Riverbend Records, and I received a package from him, and I was thinking, what did I order? It's that time of year where like a million packages are coming in for gifts or whatever, and I'm thinking, did I pre-order something? Did I order something on a live stream and I don't remember it? I can't remember. But I did open it up, and it was a gift from Billy, and this is really, really neat. So it is Cheap Trick's Found All Parts EP from 1980, the 10-inch EP that they released with, of course, Everything Works If You Let It. And you're probably thinking, Emma, don't you have like 5 copies of this album? Haven't you shown them on here? Haven't you told us about why you have that many and that the center labels are all different and you can get a bunch of different faces of the guys and 2 Ricks and 2 Robins and so on? Yes. However, so I have, like I said, 5 copies of this, but I do not have one, and this is what makes this even more special. I do not have one that's in the shrink with the original hype sticker on it. So this is the first copy of this EP. This is just a completely different variant for me in my collecting world of Cheap Trick things. So this was awesome. I opened this up, had a huge smile on my face. So just wanted to take some time to say, Billy, thank you so, so much for thinking about me when you came across this. Super, super neat. You know, he wrote on there on a sticky note, hope you don't already have this. If so, hopefully this is an upgrade and shrink with the hype sticker. So I will collect anything and everything Cheap Trick. I will collect 50 different variants. I will collect anything that's just slightly different. Different pressing, different hype sticker, no hype sticker, shrink, no shrink, whatever it is. I will collect. If I do not have something that's just slightly different, I buy it. So this makes copy number 6, but definitely a brand new copy to the collection, and I'm so excited about this. So thank you again, Billy, for this, and Merry Christmas to you, yours, and all of those at Riverbend Records. Very, very sweet. All right, we're gonna stay on the Cheap Trick trend real quickly before we get into some recent vinyl pickups. I did want to share with you all a Cheap Trick CD, a bootleg CD, that I picked up at my local record store a couple of weeks ago. I did not have this, so I grabbed it right away. This is Cheap Trick live at Yokohama, obviously Japan, in May of 1994. So it's always, I mean, obviously I'll pick up any Cheap Trick or bootleg or whatever it is that I do not have, but it's always really, really neat to get recordings from the 90s. So I think, you know, I've said this before on this channel, I'm sure, but like Cheap Trick's 90s output and the records that they released in the 90s, which is just a couple of them, but so good. Obviously, the 1997 self-titled release, that's where I get my channel name from, 8 Miles Low, 8vinyllow. So their 90s material is fantastic, and they're just on fire. So great recording to have if you do not have this already. I'm sure there's audio of this floating around as well. I did an unboxing for this recently, but I just wanted to showcase it on this video for those who missed it. I did get the 4 CD limited edition set of Cheap Trick live at the Whiskey A Go Go in June of '77, obviously in Los Angeles, right before they recorded their second album, In Color. And I will eventually, a couple of you indicated on that unboxing video that you would be interested in a review from me about this set. So I'm getting through the 4 different shows and the 4 different CDs. So when eventually I do get through them, I'm hoping to sit down and do a review. But this is my favorite era of Cheap Trick. This is Cheap Trick in their prime, and in my opinion, Cheap Trick at their best. So this has since sold out, so if you're looking for this, you're going to have to try to find one on like a resale site, or maybe there's a couple more on Amazon or eBay. But yeah, super excited to have added this in the collection. So good. So if you haven't seen the unboxing, I run through the set list on there on each show, so I'll link that down below if you are interested. All right, another neat thing that I want to show, and then we will get into the recent vinyl pickups, but I wanted to take time in this video to just share with you all a very quick story, because I don't think that I've sat down and talked about this story on a video. I know that I've shared pictures and have written a couple things on Instagram and YouTube, but I haven't actually shared with you all in a video a really neat thing. So real quickly, Cheap Trick self-titled 1977. You guys know, 1, this is my favorite Cheap Trick album, and 2, my favorite album of all time. And if you look very closely, you can see that it is signed by Mr. Rick Nielsen himself. So I did have the opportunity to go to an event, a kind of promotional event for Rick Nielsen's vodka that he has invested in called Rockin' Vodka. They had like a bottle signing event, and he was taking pictures and signing a bunch of things. People were bringing in guitars. It was really neat. So here is the bottle. And this is actually, guys, and I'm not just saying this because I love Rick Nielsen with every ounce of my being, but this is actually really good vodka. So if you're looking for a vodka, tasty vodka, you know, I think it's in like the $20 range or somewhere around there. This is a really cool gift. Christmas is coming up. Buy this for the Cheap Trick music lover in your life. I'm not sponsored. Anyway, the award-winning vodka, 100% sugarcane, non-GMO, gluten-free. So he had a bottle signing. Obviously, I had to get a signed bottle. And then I brought my favorite album, because surprisingly, with all the signed Cheap Trick things that I have in my collection all around the room, I have posters, I have CDs, I do not have a signed vinyl record, which is crazy to think. And then obviously, this being my favorite record, I brought this with me and got it signed. So eventually, would it be nice to have it signed by everybody? Yes. But if anything else, I'm just so thankful to have this signed, my favorite album from my favorite musician of all time. And I did have him make it out to me, so it's very sentimental to me. Anyway, so I wanted to share that story with you all too. I'm sure that you've seen the pictures that I've posted, but just add a little backstory to those. All right, now let's get into the vinyl pickups. I have records that I've picked up back in September. I have records, I have Black Friday Record Store Day. I didn't get a chance to make a video on the day like I usually like to do, but I did want to share those with you. And then just a bunch of variety different things I've picked up over the last month or so. So kicking off with the 2 Kinks releases, the new 50th anniversary reissue releases. I did pick those up. So I did end up grabbing, obviously, the Kinks, Everybody's in Showbiz. This is the 50th anniversary edition of the 1972 2LP release. A lot of people in the VC picked these 2 releases up, remastered from the original audio source. Again, 2LP gatefold sleeve, very neat. So sounds amazing and a perfect addition to my Kinks collection. Most of the Kinks records that I have and own are the 50th anniversary reissue editions. And then I did pick up this one as well, which is it has become a favorite Kinks album for me. So I've heard of this before. Obviously, I've listened to it, but this is the first time that I've been able to listen to it on vinyl because I didn't own this before. So, Muswell Hillbillies, blah, blah, blah. This is the 50th anniversary edition of the 1971 1LP. So, grab that. I also jumped on the Farm bandwagon, and of course, if you watch me, you know my channel. You guys know I'm an Illinois girl, and so I collect. Major category I collect are Illinois bands. I love the Ides of March. I love the Chicago garage bands from the 60s and the 70s. I'll collect anything and everything Illinois. So no brainer to pick this up, and then also just a great album in general. Jumped on the Farm bandwagon. This is just the standard black vinyl release. It's not the Noble Records exclusive, but it was very exciting to add this into the collection because who would have thought, right, that I would own Farm and that a handful of people would own a copy of Farm. So great reissue. 1971 Southern Illinois jam, blues, rock, psych band. Doesn't get better than that. Gotta love that stuff. Also jumped on the Pink Floyd bandwagon. This was a popular pickup for people in the VC, the Pink Floyd Animals 2018 remix. I did grab this because one, I didn't own Animals yet, and two, everybody was talking about how great this sounded. So it does sound good. So I did pick this up and add this into my collection as well. Scratched a big want off the want list. This is an album that I have been searching for about a year, and I finally added to the collection. I got a great deal on this, and that is Bob Mould's Workbook. This is the 25th anniversary reissue edition, and you guys, this was such a fun find. I'm really getting into Bob Mould. I'm not going to get into that story in this video, but yeah, huge find for me and a huge want that I get to cross off the list. So super excited about this one. All right. Also had to jump on this bandwagon. A lot of you picked up this new reissue from this year, the Lemonheads. It's a Shame About Ray. This is the 30th anniversary edition of the Lemonheads breakthrough album, obviously from 1992. It has some bonus material on here, so it's the original album remastered with some extra material. So wanted this for the collection. I had every intention of seeing the It's a Shame About Ray in its entirety tour that was put on, but I never got around to it when they got to Chicago. So that was kind of a bummer, but nonetheless, just an amazing album. I did a showcase of this album when it came out, but I figured that I would share this with you again in this recent pickups video. I did grab the Cheap Trick, of course, authorized Greatest Hits 2LP Walmart exclusive on clear vinyl. Again, if you're interested in hearing my initial thoughts and kind of unboxing of this, I will link that down below, that video of that, for those who would be interested. But of course I grabbed that. All right. Also got a couple of albums for Record Store Day. Like I said, I usually like to make the videos the day of or the next day when Record Store Day happens, but I just didn't have time and I didn't get around to it. But nonetheless, here are some of my pickups. I always pick up the Iggy Pop stuff, so I had to grab the Iggy Pop album from, what was it, like 2012? A little newer. It's that mix of French and English, and it's a really unique album. But I always pick up the Iggy Pop Record Store Day releases, and this one was no exception on this very pretty pink vinyl. And again, now that I'm thinking about it, quick shout out to Dylan over at the Record Spinner. He helped me out after Record Store Day was done with a couple releases that were left over at his store that he was able to send to help complete some of my wants from Black Friday. So thank you to Dylan for that. So I did grab the Iggy Pop. I also grabbed the Dream Widow. Had to add this to the collection. my blues. You guys know I love my blues, so I thought that this release was pretty interesting for Black Friday. I did grab the Doors Paris Blues, and I'm moving through these quickly because you either have these or you've seen 5 million Record Store Day Black Friday videos. So, but I just wanted to share what I got. I did get the Jefferson Airplane at Monterey on that beautiful swirl. And so those are my Record Day pickups. And then the last record that I want to showcase in this video is a recent pickup when I went to my local record store to pick up a couple of gifts for some of my friends. I came across this and I was intrigued by it, so I ended up grabbing it. This is Alexis Corner and Snape, Accidentally Born in New Orleans. And again, it's on that green Warner Brothers, and I had never heard of this before, but I'm a huge fan of Alexis Corner, obviously British blues, things like that. But I thought that this was really intriguing, and after I picked it up and came home and did some research on it, I learned that there is a huge King Crimson connection with this. Now, I'm not this big King Crimson fanatic, but I've enjoyed the things that I've heard and the albums that I've been gifted from friends and have picked up myself. But I guess outside of Robert Fripp, I guess that it's mostly just like Alexis Corner with King Crimson that's going by Snape. So if you guys know more about this album, let me know. Again, that's just what I kind of gathered from my research. But again, I'm a huge Alexis Corner fan, and when I saw this, one, I was intrigued because I had never seen it before, and then two, it had that cool backstory. So very cool addition to my collection as well. But that's all I got. Those are my pickups. Not a lot of pickups, you know, it's been crazy. I haven't had a lot of listening time, but it's still a handful of records that I was excited to share with you all and just kind of share what I've added to my collection over the last couple of months. That's all for this video. I hope that all of you are doing well. Happy holidays, and I will see you all for my next video. Bye, guys.